Good to go.
Yep.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the public forum being held on Thursday, the 14th of May at 6 p.m. We have a few apologies: Councillor Mack, Councillor King, Councillor Cameron, and we have Councillor Glacken online joining us. Please be advised that a public forum will be held. We're good with that one. Welcome to the public forum being held on Thursday, the 14th of May at 6 p.m. We have a few apologies: Councillor Mack, Councillor King, Councillor Cameron, and we have.
It's a bit like I've seen from space.
We have Councillor Glacken online. Thank you. A recording of a public forum and can we have any conflict of interest to register this evening? No, undeclared. Thank you. Item 3, we have Charles Mitchell speaking this evening on CM 14.7, the reappointment of Audit and Risk and Improvement Committee, independent member and chair, speaking against the recommendation. Thank you.
Thank you for this opportunity. I speak to you today regarding item 14.7, the Audit, Risk and Improvement Committee. I want to begin by acknowledging the vital role this committee plays. On paper, the committee is the gatekeeper of our council's integrity and ensures that financial management is not only compliant but sustainable. However, looking at the trajectory of our current financial standing, I'm compelled to ask, is the gatekeeper truly awake? Or are they simply just watching the gate? There seems to be a performance gap. We are almost a decade into debt, and this oversight audit structure has failed ratepayers. While the committee members appear to possess impressive qualifications, a resume is only as good as the outcome it produces. We, the ratepayers, find ourselves facing significant questions regarding financial sustainability and debt management. I wish to raise 3 primary concerns for Council's considerations: proactivity versus passivity. The committee has the mandate to request any pertinent financial data from management. Yet, if a concerned ratepayer can identify systematic financial red flags within a few hours of reading the financial reports in 2025 and looking at trends, why have these not been elevated as critical risks by the professional committee over the last several years? The rubber stamp situation. My perception after reading several of the minutes of the meetings that the committee has been a body of, not of investigation or inquiry, but a body of endorsement. Reviewing financial reports and not acting is not the same as interrogating the root cause of debt. Transparency is lost when oversight committees merely validate management narrative rather than stress testing management. The need for reform. We are at a crossroads. We all know that. As Council prepares for necessary restructuring and a deep dive assessment of our long-term financial sustainability, we cannot rely on the same oversight that presided over the accumulation of our current challenges. Recommendation: the status quo. It's no longer an option for ratepayers of Albury to accept the committee. If we are to undergo a genuine structural changes, we need a committee that operates with fresh eyes. Perspective willing to question management. I also question Council's trial period of providing limited and reduced time for a public response to Council agenda items where submissions must be in by Thursday, like today, before the Council meeting. At this challenging financial time, more transparency and more time for public input is essential rather than less. I strongly urge the Council to consider a full reform of the committee's membership. We need members who are willing to go beyond the balance sheet and ask the question of why we're in this financial position. Ratepayers need to be assured that those tasked with oversight are performing their duties with a level of rigour that matches the gravity of our current situation. My intent today is not to diminish the individuals involved in the committee, but to advocate for the health of Albury's future. We are entering a period where financial accountability must be our highest priority. To ensure the success of any structural changes and potential upcoming restructuring, we must have an audit, risk and improvement committee that is proactive, sceptical when necessary, and entirely committed to transparency. I ask the Council seeks a new committee to ensure our city's financial sustainability for the next 10 years and beyond. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Mitchell. We have a question from Councillor Hudson.
Thank you for your presentation, Mr. Mitchell. My question to you is, what do you, if we are to accept your argument that we do need to seek a new committee, how do we make sure that that new committee is able to fulfill the requirements and that we don't just end back at square one, but with different people?
I think myself, they're willing to question, willing to investigate, willing to, not just rubber stamp the reports. I mean, it's easy to rubber stamp stuff and it looks all good. The balance sheets look good, but that committee has the power to ask for additional information if it's not satisfied or if it has questions. That's the purpose of this committee. It's an oversight committee. And whilst the Auditor General checks that, all the balance sheets are done and all that, this internal committee is essential. So going back to your original question, I think people with inquiring minds and a financial background are essential.
Any follow-up question?
So as far as, again, if we were to accept the premise of your presentation, then what would your suggestion be regarding how we ensure that those are the people who are selected for the committee?
Well, obviously, government experience, especially at local government level, because it is an interesting entity. It's not private business, and a financial balance sheet actually doesn't provide the level of information. One of the things that's actually missing from this council is a detailed expenditure and income report in the service areas that council delivers. And there's roughly, as I recall, over 100 service areas. At the moment, the financial budget that's delivered to council at the moment for ratepayers to review only covers about 10 of these service areas combined. So Wodonga used to do it, Indigo Shire do it, but it's a level of transparency that's essential for, I mean, that's how I uncovered the what do you call it, the waste overcharging at Wodonga. It was transparent and obvious that they were making $3 to $4 million in that area. These reports and an inquiring mind and, qualifications and experience, but I see some of the committee members maybe just there just to fill the vacancy.
And a question from Councillor Baker.
Yes, thank you, Deputy Mayor Callaghan. To you, Mr. Mitchell, thank you for the presentation. And my question is, the Audit and Risk Committee doesn't actually set the direction for council, but are you suggesting it should have more power to ensure that council doesn't get into strife? Is that the question? Or because you can run deficits and not be in trouble or be in a serious financial position, but over time, I understand they need to be corrected. But yeah, what's the intention?
So audit and risk committees are limited in, they can't set the direction for council. They can't tell the CEO what to do, right? But they can make those inquiries where they see fit. They have the ability to ask for certain reports if they feel that there's something that needs to be uncovered. even if they go down a path and find something, oh, it's all kosher, well, that's good. It's a nice tick in the box. Things are on track. But when you have a trend that, is at least 9 years old, and is cascading to, this $26 million debt. And now, as I understand, this coming year, we're going to be in debt for $18 million. I don't think the council's actually trimmed a lot of areas. So anyhow, going back to the original question, I think they just need to ask for more information, be active, be more inquiring. I mean, be skeptical is probably the word.
Thank you. Any further questions? Councillor Hudson.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor Callaghan. I suppose my question is really to the staff. What would be the implications of not accepting the recommendation on Monday night, on the basis of the presentation that Mr. Mitchell has given us? What would the risk be, I suppose? And then, if we did resolve to seek entirely new appointments for the AREC.
I think a lot of it's covered in the report that we were coming up, but one of the key decisions or key factors in this recommendation was the fact that we have had quite a bit of executive turnover, and there was benefit in remaining some continuity of, I guess, knowledge of service, knowledge of risk, knowledge of the inquiry that would be required. So that was one of the key factors.
No further questions? Thank you for your time, Mr. Mitchell. Oh, did you? Oh, sorry, Councillor Baker has it.
No, it's not the right forum for that. Yeah, thank you.
Apologies. No further questions? Thank you. Very good. Well, thank you to those who logged on and viewed online. We will close the meeting at 6:12. Thank you.
Monday, Friday. This is a new arrangement.